5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Live to disc from the Pittsboro Roadhouse in Pittsboro, North Carolina, the Music Loft presents the Tokyo Rosenthal program.
We must remove the ghosts, separate the boast. What really matters can't repeat the patterns. My vision for the future, I accept the blame. No amount of reasons can stop your pain. I was plain angry, could recite chapter and verse, all my issues, all my hurts. I'll let you fill in the blanks of your payback. The reassurance won't alter the bad facts. I'll take my life and drive off for this fast track. And nightmares, I'm alive, but it's all black. I'll let you fill in the blanks of your payback. The reassurance won't alter the bad facts. I'll take my life and drive off for this fast track. And nightmares, I'm alive, but it's all black. We must remove the ghosts, separate the boast. What really matters can't repeat the patterns. Thank you very much. Thank you, everybody, and a cordial welcome to the Tokyo Rosenthal program, the show with a heart. I'm your host, Tokyo Rosenthal. I say we're the show with a heart for two reasons tonight. One is because every one of you can go into the Music Loft, mention the Tokyo Rosenthal program, get a free gift. Just get up tomorrow, the day after tomorrow, a week from now, maybe even next year. I'm not exactly sure when it runs out, but I suggest you get in there soon while the offer still applies and get yourself a free gift for mentioning the Tokyo Rosenthal program. But the other reason is because we've got a very special guest tonight, a member from Birds and Arrows making a rare solo performance here tonight. The great Andrea Connolly, one of my favorite recording artists here. Let's welcome her to Pittsboro. She'll be coming on the program a little bit later, and stick around because it's worth the wait. I think she's tuning up right now as we speak, getting ready. Sitting over there by the bar, sipping on that gin and tonic, doing whatever it is that she does before her show. So we're looking forward to that as well. By the way, a couple of other housekeeping notes. We are on Facebook now. There is a Tokyo Rosenthal program Facebook page. So you want to go there and see all the other little goodies that we put up there. Behind-the-scenes photos. If you ever wondered what Gio DeSocio, our sound man, looks like, you can go to there and see what Gio looks like. And there's a picture of Jeff Phillips, the last show. He's our videographer. So all the behind-the-scenes kind of stuff that everybody always wonders about concerning the Tokyo Rosenthal program. So make sure to go do that. Once again, hi to our new affiliates out there. and to our old affiliates as well, and hopefully you're keeping us for the second season, which begins taping in September. So, anyway, enough business. I've got a story for you. And this is a story worth telling and retelling. Back in the old days, when I had a straight job and I was a suit, I worked for a gentleman, we'll call him Earl. And I worked for Earl. At the time, before I worked for Earl, Earl was the Secretary of Health and Welfare for the state of California under then Governor Reagan. And what came under Earl's jurisdiction was the penal system in the state of California. So he'd have to visit all the different prisons. So here's Earl visiting San Quentin Prison one day. I guess their version of the Green Mile. He's walking through there when this one prisoner starts going crazy the second he sees Earl. He's hanging from the bars, jumping up and down, yelling Earl's name, yelling Earl's family's name, every kid. He knew Earl's address, he knew Earl's phone number, he knew Earl's blood type, and threatened him really bad. This man was Charles Manson. Needless to say, Earl was very terrified by this. He left public life shortly thereafter, but not before becoming a Tokyo Rosenthal fan. So Earl was coming to see me play in New York City, and I said, what could I possibly play for Earl that would be the right kind of tune and kind of pay him back for the friendship all those years? So I came up with this next song, and I think you'll get where I'm going with it. It's called Helter Skelter. You want me to love you, coming down fast but I'm miles above you. Tell me the answer. You may be a lover but you ain't no dancer. Well, you want me to make you coming down fast, but don't let me break you. Tell me the answer. You may be a lover, but you ain't no dancer. Helter Skelter, Helter Skelter, Helter Skelter. Yeah. When you get to the bottom, you go back to the top of the slide, and you stop and you turn and you go for a ride, and you get to the bottom and I'll see you again. See you again. See you again. Don't you want me to love you, coming down fast but I'm miles above you. Tell me the answer. You may be a lover but you ain't no dancer. Look out now. Helter Skelter, Helter Skelter, Helter Skelter. Yeah. Helter Skelter, Helter Skelter, Thank you very much. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate that. Appreciate it. Thank you. Back in the studio right now. By the way, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention that that's on my album Tokyo's Fifth, which is available at many locations throughout the world. And Andrea sang on it, Andrea Connolly, who you're going to hear later. But also on that version, we recorded Helter Skelter, and the great John Tier from Chatham County Line plays this incredible fiddle on there. So if you want to hear the really expanded version of it, pick it up on Tokyo's Fifth sometime. Making a new record right now. And as always, when you've had like a 2-year gap between recording, your life has had a whole bunch of other experiences, so you start to write about them. Mine, I'm always thinking about The Afterlife, which is actually the title of the new album. It would be called Afterlife. All kinds of different things that go on there. So led to this next tune called Bury My Ashes. Bury my ashes, take them to Kansas, or a little idiot stop I made. I got a few don'ts that might hurt the most. Please remember to not be afraid. Find your trust. I'm getting fat, but I'm getting afraid. Can I be? I've taken too much. Blind you were. See our faces, clean the stain away. I've got more past than future to cast. Still I'm looking for reasons to grow. Tell the long version, we meet in person. Anxious ears wanting to know. Find your trust. I'm getting fat, but I'm getting afraid. Can it be? I've taken too much. And blind you were. See our faces, clean the stain away. We can choose what we do, but not what we want to do. I know this all too well. If there's a heaven, then I'll throw a 7 and bypass the gates of hell. Stick around. Andrea Connolly coming up, everybody. Thank you. All right, back here at the Pittsboro Roadhouse in Pittsboro, North Carolina on the Tokyo Rosenthal program. And always proud to have our sponsors here. And we promise, since we've been renewed for next season, we'll get new copy for the commercials. But now, in the meantime, I would like to tell you a little bit about our sponsor, the Music Loft of Carrboro, North Carolina. I got to tell you, this is the best music store in the Triangle area, bar none. We were talking at dinner tonight about this amongst ourselves, the working musicians in this area. Amazing collection of new, used, and vintage guitars, mandolins, banjos, keyboards, and drums, and a great selection of gear to keep your instruments running well. Need a lesson? Everybody needs a lesson, right, of some sort or another, right? But music lessons, check in with them because the finest pickers around are teachers there. Finally, mention the Tokyo Rosenthal program and they'll give you a free gift. Once again, they're located at 116 West Main Street in Carrboro. Google the Music Loft Carrboro for more info. Those of you listening out of the area or even out of the country, get in your car, take a plane, start a caravan, but get to the Music Loft, open 7 days a week. Also, I don't know if you know about this, especially you folks listening home on radio. You can also check out this show on YouTube, the Tokyo Rosenthal program, thanks to Jeff Phillips from In Focus Studios. In Focus Studios specializes in promotional videos for company websites, video depositions, and college recruiting videos for high school athletes. Go to www.infocusstudios.com or call Jeff at 919-533-9650 and tell him Tokyo sent you. He'll take good care of you. In Focus Studios, they always ask, if a picture's worth 1,000 words, how much is a moving picture worth? I love that expression. www.infocusstudios.com. That's where you want to go. And where you really want to be right now is where I am on the same stage with the great Andrea Connolly. I first had the opportunity, I had the opportunity to meet Andrea when she was gracious enough to sing on my last album, Tokyo's Fifth. And this was a big mistake, though, because the reviews came out for the album, and all the reviewers said, well, Tokyo's album's so-so, but Andrea Connolly was spectacular. Every review, my album, Tokyo, it's a nice album, but Andrea Connolly, you have to hear her vocals, so I got used to that after 50 reviews, and but I was going to give her billing on the next album, but I don't know about that, so we'll see. But anyway, we're very lucky to have her here tonight doing one of her rare solo performances. And please welcome her and make her feel at home here at the Pittsboro Roadhouse, Andrea Connolly.
Thank you. Thank you guys so much. Thanks, Tokyo. I'm glad to be here. Or Toke. I can call you Toke now. I'm going to start with a real old song. I wrote years ago, maybe 12 years ago or so, but Pete and I brought it back with Birds and Arrows, and it's called Life Like Life. This life like life, it's pulling me in. And it's no surprise that my chest will rise and fall again. 'Cause you're like breathing without the air. My mind, it bleeds panic, but my heart, it doesn't seem to care. It's you. You the things I do to you. Now I want to tell you how I feel now, 'cause I miss you and I wish you always were around me do the things I do to you. It's you that makes me do the things I do to you. Thank you. Thank you guys so much. I know that's a moody one to start with, but it's an old one for me, and it's a fun one to start with because I used to play it alone, and now all these years I've played with my husband Pete for the last 8 years, and he's going to join me and sing with me on a couple, if that's okay with you. Is that okay with you guys? You okay with that? So a couple years ago, we moved up to a horse farm north of Durham and to find our space, and we tour a lot and travel, and we wanted sort of a place to retreat to, and we still find working from home and having our cell phones and our smartphones always coming at us. Even there, it seems like it can no longer stay a sacred place. So I wrote a song called Edge of Everything to try and, capture how I felt about that. Will the trees get as tall as time will allow, if time will allow them to be? And I'm feeling awful small as space becomes a crime, but space is getting harder to find. In the sky, where the stars hang I long for the lonely dust, where the world is flying by in the cold and the sky is black as the darkest night. But when I'm down here on the ground, there are things that hold me down. The weight of this world pulls me down. But I found a place to be, somewhere in the trees. We turn down our bed of leaves. In the woods, we can hide from everything, like kids who ran away. Let the world fly on by, 'cause we slowed down the time. Yeah, we stole out the time. Ground control, 'cause we're too far away. Yeah, we shut all devices down, and we'll stay in the cabin at the edge of the woods, at the edge of everything.
Andrea Connolly. I am so happy that I went first and didn't have to follow you.
Oh, whatever.
Whatever. I couldn't.
Isn't this guy great? Come on.
Well, thank you.
I was so excited to be on your record.
Well, and I was excited to have you, so we're even. Let's talk about what's going on with you. We were talking a little bit over dinner. I know one of the things you've got coming up is a very ambitious tour, and I say ambitious because you're going to do the whole country, aren't you?
Yes, we are going to be going all the way across country. We've never done that. We've never driven all the way across. We're starting north, and we're headed out the whole month of September in 4 weeks, and we're going to do all through the top half of our country, and then all the way down the west coast and back through the desert.
Wow.
Yeah, and our plan actually,
You buy a refinery so you can have your own gas? No.
I wish. Yeah, gas is going to be most of the expense, and this guy's having a big birthday, so what we're going to do is we're making it our tour/leisure trip. We're only playing 10 shows in those 4 weeks, so they're going to be very special shows, but the rest of the time we're doing it for our own journey, which we don't usually get to do when we travel. We usually work every night, so this is going to be really exciting for us.
A lot of people don't know. We belong to the same cult. We're disciples of Chris Stamey.
Yes.
And we pray at the Chris Stamey Shrine on Mount Carmel Church Road. Which
Yes,
that's,
we do.
That's our recording engineer, assistant producer, guru.
Everything.
That's where we first met. But I bring that up because you're going to be recording a new album?
Yes. These songs that we're playing for you tonight, most of them, besides the first one, are all going to be on this new record. And we're going into the studio in 2 weeks with Chris and our friend Robert Sledge, and he's going to play bass. And we're really excited, and we're going to get started, and then we're going to finish when we have a lot of space from it and our big trip, and we're going to come back and with fresh ears and finish the record. So we're really excited about getting started again. We've got a good group of songs. So.
And this is a Birds and Arrow.
Yes. This is a Birds
album.
and Arrows record.
And just to clarify for everybody, that's more obviously more people. Who's in Birds and Arrows these days?
Pretty much Pete and I. It's this right here, but a lot more drums in front of him usually.
Yeah, I don't know what to do with my hands.
He doesn't know.
without
If you
the-
see him up here trying to like put his hands in his pockets or getting confused about what to do, that's because he's usually sitting behind a 7-piece kit. But it's usually the two of us, and we travel like that when we tour because it's really wonderful to just be the two of us when we're on the road. And then locally, we do special shows where we'll have full band. Pedal Steel, our friend Eric Haugen, who lives right here in Pittsburgh, and he's a wonderful picker. He plays guitar and pedal steel with us, and our friend Robert. And my girlfriend Kira, who is now too pregnant to play with us, but she plays banjo and fiddle with us normally.
All right, I understand the touring part because then you get just one hotel room.
Exactly, one hotel room. All, we're used to being together, so we don't get sick of each other, or at least not as often.
Well, a lot of exciting things coming up, and we all wish you the best. And
Thank you.
we're going to take a short break, come back, play a few more songs for us.
That sounds wonderful. We'd love
Andrea
to.
Connolly, everybody. All right, back here on the Tokyo Rosenthal program from the Pittsburgh Roadhouse in Pittsburgh, North Carolina. Welcome back to the stage, Andrea Connolly.
I'm back. Thank you. So I'm going to play you a brand new song, one of these ones we're going to work on in the studio. And I just recently, on a tour, we made our first trip to Detroit, and I was really excited about seeing Detroit. My family is all my family's from Baltimore, and I'm born in Richmond, and gritty cities are where I feel most at home. So I thought Detroit would be a good fit. And it did not disappoint. And I came back with a song, and it doesn't quite have a name yet, so we're just calling it Detroit. Drink, oh you strangers, laugh, lift your city up. You remember while you try to forget. So let us play you our southern songs, loose and loud. City stripped to the chassis, bare bones and hard living. Moon, lonesome headlight, shine your pride. 'Cause half the lights have burned out on the bridge to Canada. sleep, we dream of home. Thank you, guys. And I'm just going to play a couple more, and these last two are important new ones to me because recently I decided to take on a big task, and that is to write some songs about an important family history on my dad's side of the family that we've all talked about and known about for years. And I'm one of the few songwriters, and I felt like it needed to be captured in songs. So my great-grandparents, who I knew, I knew my great-grandmother, had a very interesting, tumultuous relationship, and my great-grandfather left my great-grandmother in Maryland and went off to California and was estranged from them for years and years. And he was in both World Wars. He was one of the higher-ups at the Edgewood Arsenal, so he was responsible for a lot of weird things and probably was pretty messed up. And but for years, she held out for him, and she held out for him, and she thought he was going to come back. And my family has all their letters and correspondence between her and his father as well, because I think his father felt some guilt from leaving the family across the country. But they finally, my grandfather got diagnosed with emphysema, and he was in his 70s, and he thought, now's the time I'm going to head back, which to me seemed like a little bit of a hollow attempt. But so he headed out across the Mojave Desert and ran out of gas and died in the desert, actually, and never made it home. And it's this tragedy, but it's also, in a way, I think, somewhat of a gift to my family that that he made that attempt, but he never really could have fixed what happened. So in a way, it worked out the way it should. And so I wrote two songs, one from her perspective, my grandmother, and one from his. And this is the first one I'm going to play you. It's called Edgewood, and it's my great-grandmother talking through me. Gone for so long now, your babies are all grown. I live in this old house all alone. And those babies of yours, they've had babies of their own. Just faces on paper in a past you call home. Don't you miss us? Do you wonder what we've become? Letters from your father say he's doing good. He's leaving Washington, headed eastward. And he wants to know how far it is from Chicago to Edgewood. Still considers us family, don't know if he should. Edgewood, is it too hard to remember what you've done? Should I thank you for taking your darkness far away, leaving us wondering about if you'd stay? Thank you. So I'm just going to play one more, and while I tune for this one, it's in a little bit of a different tuning. And this one's the one from my grandfather's perspective, because everybody needs a voice, and I think he did everybody a favor in a way by finding a life somewhere else. And I remember even as a kid, my grandmother still talking about him, even though he died about 4 years before I was born. And what kind of car was he driving, hun?
Well, what I like to picture is that he had this 1972 green Bonneville that he was driving through the Mojave with, and apparently had like a pistol on the seat and stuff, and he ran out of gas, and they just found him in his car out there. So
it's a pretty dramatic
it's kind of dramatic,
image.
very, very movie-esque.
My cousin Hank has always talked about writing a screenplay for this, so we'll see if he makes it happen. This is called Home. On the wheel, searing Mojave, as lonely as I feel. I never intended to be gone this long. Never pretended to be involved. Now the road is burned. though I'd never follow through. This attempted return is my gift to you. Now the gauge is empty. I resign my fate. I roll to the shoulder and I make my way.
Andrea and Pete Connolly. Just fantastic. Can I put in my order for the new CD now?
Anytime. It's gonna be a while, but it'll be done soon.
Well, save
hopefully.
me one. Tradition dictates that I force you to play a duet with me now.
And I would love to.
So we're gonna take a short break, come back, and then we'll see what we've got in store for each other. Okay?
Sounds great.
Andrea Connolly, everybody.
Can't wait.
All guests on the Tokyo Rosenthal program receive a gift certificate to the Music Loft in Carborough, North Carolina. That's worth the trip here alone, isn't it? Can't say enough good things about the folks there who make you feel at home the second you walk in the door, no matter how young or old, whether you're an expert or a beginner, high budget or starter budget, this is the store for you. And again, visit the Music Loft and mention the Tokyo Rosenthal program and get a free gift. So come on out to 116 West Main Street, the Music Loft of Carborough, North Carolina, open 7 days a week. So, I see Pete has abandoned us. He doesn't want to be a part of this.
No, he's abandoned us. This is just me and you.
It's just you and me, kid. Okay, so we've decided to do this this tune written by Townes Van Zandt. Quite a character, right? He had a checkered career. And,
but wonderful songwriter.
Good songwriter. It's a song that was covered by Emmylou Harris and Willie Nelson, among others. But we're going to make them forget those guys. They're going to remember the Andrea Connolly, Tokyo Rosenthal
this is our
version.
Song now.
That's right. We've taken it. We've liberated Pancho and Lefty. All right. Living on the road, my friend, bound to keep you free and clean. Now you wear your skin like iron, your breath's as hot as kerosene. What your mama's only boy, but a favorite one it seemed. She began to cry when you said goodbye, sank into her dreams.
Pancho was a bandit, boys. His horse was fast as polished steel. He wore his gun outside his pants for all the honest world to feel. Pancho met his match, you know, on the desert down in Mexico. Nobody heard his dying words. but that's the way it goes.
All the federales say could have had him any day. They only let him slip away. Out of kindness, I suppose.
Lefty, he can sing the blues all night long like he used to. The dusty poncho bit down south ended up in Lefty's mouth. The day they laid poor Poncho low, Lefty split for Ohio, where he got the bread to go. Oh, there ain't nobody knows.
All the federales say could have had him any day. They only let him slip away. Out of kindness, I suppose. Poets tell how Pancho fell, Lefty's living in a cheap hotel. The desert's quiet, Cleveland's cold, so the story ends, we're told. Pancho needs your prayers, it's true, but save a few for Lefty too. He only did what he had to do. Now he's growing old. All the federales say could have had him any day. They only let him slip away. Out of kindness, I suppose. Few brave federales say could have had him any day. They only let him go so long. Out of kindness, I suppose. Andrea Connolly, everybody. Next week, Marshall Ballo will be here on our stage. I want to thank the Pittsburgh Roadhouse, Greg and Honora, Gio DeSocio, Jeff Phillips, the Music Loft, Anthony Wellman, all of our affiliates. I'm Tokyo Rosenthal. Good night, Carrie. I'm coming home. All the federales say could have had him any day. They only let him slip away. Out of kindness, I suppose. Good night, everybody.